Last time we shared some of the happenings around Boot Key Harbor, including saving a couple lizards from becoming fish food. Are you ready for our next big adventure?
Okie dokie, let the games begin.
Another adventure.
Another adventure.
Ooh, Harley was all excited about another adventure.
He was.
He would. So like, let's get in the car and ride in the car for 8 hours with the air conditioning on instead of the hot boat for 10. Yay! Where are we going?
I think we'll keep that quiet for a little bit. We'll just kind of...
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. Surprise everybody when we get there.
Back at the Glades boatyard again. We left here about 9 months ago, and when we left, I left my van in storage back here in the field of broken dreams. Finally got a friend of ours to haul the porta boat down that was in it in a van that he had just bought, because that was our biggest problem, was I didn't have room to haul the porta boat. So we got that in Marathon now with the sail kit, but we had to drive back up here and get the sail drives out of it and a couple hatches and a few other things out of it. So today we drove up from Marathon and collected that stuff, contacted a junkyard, salvage yard, that said that they'll come pick up the van for us. Although, you know, before I parked it, I took the battery cables off so my battery wouldn't die on me. So when we got here, I hooked up the batteries and it cranked right up first try, no spinning or nothing. So it does pretty good. It just has a problem with running for long periods. It's got some kind of electrical issue, and the anti-lock brakes kind of start messing up on it and start hanging. So it's not real reliable. And we tried driving it down to Marathon once, and it broke down on us about 45 miles away from here, so we had to have it hauled back. But it's been a good old van, and that's the van there. That van has carried us all over the southeast pretty much. I've hauled two broken down Yanmar engines and 2 rebuilt Yanmar engines with this thing. It's a great little van. All the seats fold down, and it's got a lot of room in it. You can actually put a 4x8 sheet of plywood in these things. But I hate to let her go, but I'm just not in the position to try to figure out what's wrong with it down in Marathon. And it's not worth paying a wrecker to haul it all the way down there. So we've got a pull-apart place coming, and I guess they'll load it up and take it to the pull-apart place so somebody else can get the good parts off of it. Kind of sad, but it actually has a few pull-apart parts in it, because I used to do that with it when I first got it. So this boatyard is empty right now. It's kind of this is typically the season people work on their boats before heading out for cruising season, but this year it's been pretty slow, and it's probably maybe a third of the amount of boats that they normally have in here. It's kind of crazy. That catamaran up there used to belong to our friend Ron. He's been in a couple of our other videos. He sold it last month, and he's the one that brought the porta boat down to me. So that one's has a new owner now, and looks like they put a new coat of bottom paint on it. But, so right now I guess we're gonna drive the van up closer to the main road, so the tow truck driver doesn't have to drive through the corn or the cow fields to get us. That's got to be crazy when a tow truck driver gets called and gets sent through a cow pasture. So for anybody that's been up here to the Glades boatyard, you'll probably remember this being a rutted dirt road. They actually paved part of it just out to the edge of the Field of Broken Dreams here, but we were shocked to see that. They paved this section coming in, and there's some of the broken dreams. Over there's where the van was. Now we're back to the potted roof road. They've apparently had some rain up here the last day or so. It's a long way back here, and like I said, we go through a cow pasture. So this is actually cow pasture here that the road goes through. And we have been stopped by a herd of cows laying in the road before. Kind of interesting. And for those that may not know, this thing in the road right here is a cattle gate. I'm not real sure how effective it is now that it's all filled in with dirt, but those are railroad ties they put across the road, and the cows won't cross them. Cattle gate. When I first bought this van as a band van many years ago, the roof liner was sagging on it. So my first project in this van was to replace the headliner. I found this really cool tie-dyed dog paw print from, I think it was Joann's Fabrics or somewhere like that. But ended up taking the whole headliner out and scraping all the old one off and the glue and everything, and putting this one in. Everybody that ever jumped in this van was like, whoa, look at that headliner. Yeah, it's been a good one. Right there are citrus trees. I'm not sure how well you can see them as we go by.
Key Largo, precisely, on a Tuesday.
6 o'clock on a Tuesday.
This is it.
Thanks for watching.